What's up, OG, triple OG?
This your
OG,
man, y'all
triple.
already know what it is.
OG.
Yo, we got some Corey on deck, so without further ado, let's get to the video.
So speaking of A-list, so this past Saturday they had the SNL star-studded 50th anniversary live special, which was 3 hours long. I didn't see it, but you can watch the highlights. Of course, all the big alumni made an appearance. Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Steve Martin did the opening monologue, just to name a few celebrities. If you want to go see it, at least now for the 3 hours, you can fast forward it on Peacock.
Who the biggest star?
Eddie Murphy.
That's who I got in the house tonight.
All day?
Yeah.
When you saw him sitting in the audience, he stood out.
Eddie Murphy is the most complete entertainer ever.
If I want to put a trumpet in my ass and run around this restaurant and blow Hallelujah Yankee Doodle, that's my business.
Oh, I can't argue, man.
Ain't nobody fucking with Eddie Murphy,
I
dog.
can't argue
That's
that.
right, because he did. You're right. He did music.
Yeah, he the most complete.
You're right. Okay.
And if he ever get back
Movies,
to
comedy.
producing and writing like he did before,
If you think about my cornbread, get the taste out your mouth. That's for damn sure.
man, with all that shit he was doing in the late 80s, Harlem Nights.
You fat bitch. You should go talk to her and tell her you're sorry.
Fat bitch.
Well, he said, he had something to do with his skits.
Oh, really? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or especially Damon Wayans said,
I was just
Eddie
gonna say
Murphy
that.
said, don't let them write all your skits, because that skit, Kill All the White People,
Phil?
was a motherfucker.
Right, yeah.
You seen it?
The white people. We gon' make them hurt.
No,
What'd
I
you
gotta
say,
go back
Phil?
and watch it.
That's
A
true.
lot of sketches he was in by himself.
Yeah,
But when
whatever.
he did that song, Kill All the White People, was that Jamaican, and all the white people was walking out the crowd like,
Somebody said
I was like
Jamie
that.
Foxx. Jamie Foxx is in the top 5, but
Do I smell a whore?
in
in
my
the top 5 of what?
most talented motherfuckers ever in Hollywood.
Come on,
Top
now.
10. 'Cause
You're
he
not
can do
being.
everything.
You're not being. You're not thinking about everybody. You're looking.
That's what I'm saying, top
'cause there's
10.
been some talented motherfuckers. The nigga off that movie Sugar Hill
That
is
nigga-
one of the most talented motherfuckers ever created on this planet.
What do you want me to do? You want me to kill myself, Ray? I'm already dead.
Because that was an intense actor. The
I'm a-
father on
yeah.
Sugar Hill.
I'm gonna tell you.
What do you want me to do, Ray? You want me to kill myself? I'm already dead.
I'm
And
gonna
his death.
who the most talented? I'm gonna give you a dark horse.
You talking about most talented?
Just
There's some actors out here
Incredible.
who are bad.
But some motherfuckers are incredible in one thing and just okay in another. Like Jamie Foxx is one of the only ones that's incredible in like
In
4 or 5 different
everything,
things.
right.
But I'm gonna tell you the number one to me. He not the best actor, not the best singer, but he's incredible. Is fucking Sammy Davis Jr.
Don't go away.
Who? Sammy Davis Jr. Niggas don't talk about this nigga enough. I watched some shit a couple weeks ago. This nigga did 30 minutes of comedy. He did 30 minutes of singing. Then he sat down and played every instrument on the stage. Every instrument that was on the stage, he played. The nigga, I don't know why we don't talk about this nigga more.
I'm gonna tell you something about what you're saying with Sammy Davis Jr. See, for the younger crowd that's watching this, he's not lying. This dude was the real deal. But he also was little.
Yeah.
All little
I was
niggas
just gonna say
got
that.
something to prove.
I was just
I'm
gonna
better
say
than
that
all
he
you
had that,
motherfuckers.
he had that short stigma, male stigma.
Like he
against
would
him.
not be denied.
Why
I
not
get
take
it.
the word
I mean,
right
that's
out
all
of
he
him?
had. But I'm just
He
saying.
used to sing Mr.
And they
Bojangles
didn't pay
looking up.
attention.
That was Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles.
To him,
Yeah.
right.
Bojangles.
Right,
Yeah.
and then he had that eye.
So I
He had
got to
the
put him
wandering
over
eye.
Jamie because I never seen Jamie dance. I seen
Did
Jamie
you
do
say
it.
dance?
I'm just saying, Sammy.
Because Sammy used to tap dance.
Sammy could.
wall,
Crip walk. He did everything, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen him crip walk, but I did.
I mean, he
see
did
him.
some shit with it.
Yeah, with the little James Brownie.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Oh yeah. That's how they used to hear
Yeah.
songs back in the day.
Yes,
I mean, they're right up there.
Oh yeah.
Different times.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But I think they're pretty equal.
Then
Back in the day, old school niggas when they fuck, that's when they nut. They be like, oh yeah.
I'll give you another
Who?
who I wasn't.
We ain't said nobody white. Can we get somebody? It's too many talented.
It ain't no white
Caucasian
people.
actors.
The most talented white person ever is Lucille Ball.
I love
Ain't nobody
Lucy.
fucking with
You're
Lucy.
right. Golly,
Hold on,
yeah.
but what about old girl?
Who?
Joan Rivers was good.
Joan
dog.
Rivers
yeah.
was funny.
Joan Rivers was
She's the
dope
funniest
ass
female.
nice.
She's the funniest female.
One of the dopest female comics.
Oh,
I
it ain't
ever
nobody
seen
fucking
in
with
my
Joan
life.
Rivers. I
Lucy's
agree.
acting chops and all
Lucy's
that. Come on. Yeah, that's true. They had to.
They'll
Yeah,
say
they
back
had
in the
Corey,
day, entertainers did
It
everything.
ain't even close.
Look at this nigga on the ground. Look at this shit.
because that's what they were.
That's what they want me to do in them movies. If I go to audition and do this shit,
Hey, Nick.
I'm gonna be a star. If I go in there, Scott Bob do rock.
Hey, but niggas like that. Niggas like they did it all. But
Scott
Okay,
Bob.
he's not done. We got to see his range, Craig. He's not done.
oh, he go back to 4 years
Who's
old.
that? That's Sammy.
That's Sammy.
Oh God, he's
See
so
how he
cute.
did his eyes and lips? I knew he'd be a star.
Yeah.
See, I don't do that stuff. That's what they want you to be
gotta
like.
do it,
When you
Corey.
go on an audition, you got to be. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Somebody said Bill Murray. I got Bill Murray in my top 10.
What?
Far as comedic actors, just funny.
I say Robin
Well,
Williams.
he's got his own style.
I say
It's-
Robin Williams.
He's the
over
same guy in a lot of movies. You get what I'm saying?
But his timing,
But his style is original.
it's super. Ain't nobody like him.
I think Robin Williams because you couldn't even rein him in.
Robin
Williams is
cold.
good.
When he got in,
Can't take nothing away from
yeah,
him.
when he got in his element, man, that man.
I seen him do that one movie he did with old boy who played Jason Bourne. It's a serious movie with some serious acting.
Oh yes.
What's the name of that movie? It's something I didn't even think I would watch. But then I sat and watched it.
Hunter.
Yeah.
And Hunter.
Oh, no,
I gotta see. I ain't seen it.
not Hunter.
Goodwill Hunting.
Good Will Hunting. Thank you.
Robin
Jesus
Williams
Christ.
in that movie was strong.
Yeah.
A bunch of good movies. Yes.
Yeah. Rodney Dangerfield is probably the.
And I'm gonna go on here and start auditioning like that. I'm gonna walk in auditions and shit.
Here I am. Go, Corey. Go.
Right, passing out fried chicken. My mama cooked this before I got here.
Wait.
While they talking to you, if you do this,
It's less
They're
right.
like, oh, he's with it.
Because
He's
when
with
you
it.
don't smile, it's threatening. See, Corey, you
But-
got to be in there. You got to be jovial.
while they talking to you, you gotta be like, oh yes, I sure do. I like that right there.
Somebody said Red Fox, but it's like Sammy Davis. It was that's why it took Red Fox so
Yeah.
long to get all the way on. Because they're like, you just up
Yes,
here
Carol
telling
Burnett,
jokes.
Niall. Yeah. Or Neil. What's his name?
Red Fox was just
Carol Burnett.
brilliant with his delivery.
Yeah, cold.
If you watch his show, he has some very clever skits.
You don't tell me what I talk about. You don't tell me what I talk about in my own house.
Because great comedians come up with great skits.
All day long. So I got a hard one for you.
What they say about
Somebody said you have to walk in with a banjo. too.
walk in with a bad joke.
I got a hard one for you.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm about to audition for the part.
And you got to come in hungry too. You can't eat for 3 days. That's how them niggas.
Anybody need their laundry done?
Okay, who's a better writer comedically, Dangerfield or Red Fox?
You going up against two motherfuckers that's the fucking very best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rodney Dangerfield joke writing
Oh,
shit
they said it was Dead Poets Society.
killer. So
Okay, it was Dead
no,
Poets Society.
it wasn't Dead Poets.
Oh, no?
So who would
Society
you let
for me.
re-
I was talking about the one Goodwill
Oh.
Hunting.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Goodwill Hunting. Robin Williams acting was it was stand out. Where I mean I know when a motherfucker really done did they lines in a way where he know this shit
Yeah.
because there was too many parts where they was talking and for him to stand out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, I
That
got to
motherfucker- did you compare Rodney Dangerfield and Red Fox,
I'm
those
just
are
saying.
two of the best.
I'm just talking about right because I'm a man. Linguistics word just from the writing, not the aura, not take them out their body, and you got a piece of paper and you got 10 jokes. Whose jokes are written better?
I want to tell you something. Rodney Dangerfield and Red Fox are both blessings for us to enjoy. Just like Jordan and LeBron.
Right.
Like, it's not a comparison. I'm not going to compare Rodney Dangerfield, one of the best to ever do it, with Red Fox, one of the best to ever do it.
You big dummy.
These guys were worth, when you see them, you stop and see what they do.
Somebody said Richard Pryor.
That's real
I mean,
shit, yeah.
Richard Pryor was very good.
But he. Richard Pryor was incredible, but he wasn't as good of a joke writer as those two. But I would give him, he was a better performer, and he was better with story.
George Carlin.
Stage presence.
Story,
William
but he
Lewis,
was, as a joke writer, like a nigga with bars, them niggas are like,
I'm
like
not finna
magicians.
put nobody
There's a
over
lot- there's a
nobody
lot of 'em out
because
there.
Richard Pryor was too good to ever be denied in any way.
Punk.
I know.
He when he was in shit, he stood out.
Yeah, he was a
and
complete
that's the
talent.
main thing. It's a lot of people out here have done a lot of shit, and you scroll past that shit every time.
Yeah.
You be mad when you watch the last one. I sat through this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, you can
That's
watch him
true.
over and
Yeah.
over.
What are you doing?
I'm getting bad. Better get bad, Jack, because you ain't bad. You're going to get fucked.
I'm saying, like, there are really standout talent. Back in the day, they used to really hunt for talent.
yeah.
Or talent would rise to the top. Nowadays, this ain't shit. And I don't care who get mad at me. Because I'll be wanting to watch all that. I scroll, it take me an hour to find a movie I tolerate.
It's a popularity.
Somebody said,
It's not- has nothing to do
somebody,
with
I got to correct, somebody said that Red Fox is the Godfather. He's not the Godfather. The Godfather of stand-up comedy is Mantan Moreland.
I know.
Don't bother me, woman. Can't you see how I has been?
A zombie?
Nothing else but. And don't ask me my name, because I don't know. I don't know nothing.
He dropped the first ever stand-up comedy
album.
recording in history. So do your history. Red Fox is one of the greatest, but
I don't know who the Godfather is, Craig, but I'm just telling you. I heard of Mantan. I don't know a lot about his shit, but I bet he a bad motherfucker.
He cold.
Is he a bad motherfucker?
I mean, look, he the first to drop
You seen him, Phil?
He's the very first to drop a stand-up comedy audio recording.
Was it good?
It's good before the time. Obviously, the art is grown.
You starting to put
Because the art is grown. This is before. You got to remember, when he dropped the comedy album, Jokes wasn't called Jokes. That didn't even
You
exist.
talking about, I ran some moonshine.
Yeah, that type of shit. That type of shit.
right.
Jokes were called lies. If you were a good comedian, you were called a good liar.
Okay.
Sammy Davis's father is and his uncle are the one that started calling it jokes. But before that, they was called good liars.
That's
nice.
deep. That's
Okay.
a good part of that
Okay.
Craig fact shit.
It
Go ahead,
is.
D. I know you
That
got
is.
more shit.
Now, this is a subject that I like to react to as far as, you know, the best comedian. Me, myself, the best comedian for me is Red Fox, you know, hands down. They said something about who would be the best between Rodney Dangerfield and Red Fox. And hands down, it's Red Fox.
You're goddamn right.
Without a doubt. I watched a little bit of Rodney Dangerfield, but I felt like he wasn't all funny like that. Especially not funnier than Red Fox. Red Fox, he takes the cake. And then coming after Red Fox, my favorite comedian is Eddie Murphy. You know, I agree with them on Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, you know, he hands down, he's smashing everything right now, you know. And back then, back in his heyday, the movies that he done made, so many stand-up comedy shows. He did Raw, he did, I forgot the other one. He was in a blue suit, a blue leather suit or whatever. He done The Clumps, he done Norbit, Life, Harlem Nights, that was a classic. He done so many movies. Not only was they funny, but they was hits. I know that Eddie Murphy, you know, he give Richard Pryor a lot of props because Eddie Murphy got a lot of his stuff from Richard Pryor. Sammy Davis Jr. I really never did watch Sammy Davis Jr. Maybe I was a little too young to watch him or even paid attention to him or whatever. But I know that, I didn't know he was a comedian. I always thought he was like an entertainer, you know, a dancer. dancer, a singer, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I heard him sing Mr. Bojangles. I never really, caught him in a comedian aspect. Now, about the funniest white person that I would bring up is probably Rodney Dangerfield, Robin Williams, either one of those two right there. But that's just on the white side, you know what I'm saying? Robin Williams or Rodney Dangerfield, they not touching, Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. I would even bring in Bill Cosby or even Dave Chappelle, They can't touch these dudes, you know what I'm saying? So with that, I wouldn't compare them in the sense of they out their league dealing with a Red Fox, a Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. They mentioned saying some guy was the Godfather. His name was Matang Mori. I hope I'm saying it right, but Matang Mori. I never seen him, never heard of him or whatever. I will be looking him up to see who he is, what type of comedy that he did. It must be real old, like probably 60s, 50s time they talking about, because I never heard of him myself. The most complete entertainer, I got to agree with them, with Craig and Corey. Hands down, Eddie Murphy, man. Eddie Murphy, he a beast. Even though I disagree with, him wearing dresses and playing women characters and all that, it's, with all that stuff, it's just taking too far for me or whatever. Guys who I think they all right, but they ain't hitting hard like these, other names that I named. And that would be Chris Rock and Jamie Foxx. But other than that, you gotta give Red Fox his. You gotta give Eddie Murphy his. You gotta give Richard Pryor his. You gotta give Bill Cosby his too now. And with that, y'all tell me who y'all favorite comedian is, or who y'all favorite most complete entertainer is. Y'all tell me in the chats. Y'all leave a comment. It's your man. Y'all already know what it is.
OG,
the next video is Ghetto Talk. Up out of here. Peace.